now it's time for this week's Outside. Now, it's coming up to 7 minutes after 5. You've just joined me. Welcome on board. I'm Nana Akua. This is GB News. I'm joined by a very, very special guest. Now, he has been at the forefront of British pop culture after appearing as a regular on The Only Way is Essex from 2010 to 2018. My reality TV star has a huge online presence with nearly 1 million followers on Instagram. My mystery guest has lost more than 14 stone after battling with various addictions throughout his life. His doctors warned him that he was on death row and needed to make serious changes to his lifestyle. He was also known to be best friends with fellow reality star Mark Wright, and viewers enjoyed watching their on-screen antics. He's been extremely outspoken about his mental health and how it's affected his eating habits and his addictions. Please welcome the lovely James Argent to the studio. James!
Hello, hello.
Welcome, it's really good to meet you.
No, thanks for having me, it's good to be here.
You know, I was like a real fan of The Only Way is Essex. I loved it. I swear that I wrote it, though, because I used to live in Essex, and my friend and I talked about this script. We used to go out clubbing and drinking and everything. We were like, there should be a show about this. And literally 2 years later, there was.
Yes,
and
yes.
that was really where we all found you and saw you. Talk to me about...
Absolutely.
What was your life been like, and how did you get to that stage where you ended up on that show?
Yes, I think TOWIE started back in, was it 2010?
Oh, years ago.
I think it was 2010, so yes, about 13 years ago now.
God.
And yeah, it's just all like young adults from a certain part of Essex, you know, like based around kind of like family and friends and relationships and stuff like that. And yeah, it kind of changed all our lives.
Was it like Shenfield and that sort of area, Billericay?
Yeah, I mean...
not Billericay, that's further down, but Shenfield...
Yeah, I mean, there's
that way.
Part of the shows was kind of based more so like Brentwood, Shenfield, that kind of way, but then it was also heavily based in my part of Essex, which is like on the border of East London, so like Chigwell, Woodford Green, Buckershill, Loughton. Yeah.
So what were you doing before that? I mean, where were you born? What's your childhood?
I was born in Whips Cross Hospital in East London, Leytonstone. But you know, I was raised kind of slightly more into Essex, Woodford Green. And yeah, I before TOWIE, I mean, I was a young man going from job to job. 1 minute I was babysitting, then I was working in Waitrose.
Really?
Then I was selling Christmas trees. I think I did stockbroking, worked at a jeweller's, financial advisors, you name it, I tried it. But I went from job to job and I never really, you know, found anything that I really loved or was good at. But my passion was always kind of performing and entertaining. I used to do a lot of musical theatre when I was younger, and I always wanted to be a wedding singer. So yeah, I kind of... When TOWIE come along, I just kind of saw it as an opportunity that I might be able to get some bookings off the back of it.
How did you get involved in it then? So what did you do? Was there an audition?
No, I mean, I'll be honest with you, the reason how I got on TOWIE was pretty much being Mark Wright's best friend. Yeah. I mean, Mark was cast for the show. They loved him and his family and stuff, and, you know, they wanted to feature one of Mark's closest friends, and that was me. I started off... just, you know, I suppose I was due to be Mark's sidekick, someone for him to have a chat with, go shopping with, and ended up becoming a central main character in my own right.
Did you say he was running the marathon today?
Mark was running the marathon today alongside his brother Josh and his mum, mum and dad, Carol Mark. They also... they were walking the marathon, so I was there earlier. 1 minute I was at West Ferry, then I was at Canary Wharf, then I was at the finish line at the Mall, and then the Mall, I don't know.
Mall, whatever, the Mall.
And then, yeah, and then we've just met up for a soft drink, and now I've rushed and just about got here on time. So it's been a crazy day, but I'm happy to be here. I actually ran the marathon myself in 2012, so I know kind of how difficult it is and what a sense of achievement it is when you get that, you know, get to the finish line.
I ran it in 1999. I thought I'll do it at the turn of the century. I did it, and I ran 21.6 miles without stopping. I did no training.
Wow.
I shouldn't have done that. Then I thought, well, I've just run 26 miles. I might as well just do the last bit, and I did.
Well done.
It was a tough thing.
Amazing. Tough, yeah.
And for days you'll be walking like in a funny way, but you wear your medal so people understand why you're walking like that.
Straight on the social media.
So my big memory of you in Only Way is Essex was your relationship with Gemma Collins. Because I was always thinking that you were actually in love with each other. Were you? Was that genuine? It looked like you were really...
Yeah, I mean, I had two relationships, both on The Only Way is Essex, and both of them were genuine, and they were both real relationships. And obviously my friendship with Mark Wright was completely real. He's my best friend, so Yeah.
Do they make it up though? Like, do you have to like ham up the scene? So I'm imagining that they say, "Okay, now do this or do that," or are these genuine interactions that are happening there?
No. When I was on TOWIE, it was very authentic and real. I think that was why it was so successful. I don't really know if that's so much the case now. But yeah, like we was obviously, you know, we had. We were put into various situations and stuff, and we were possibly given topics to discuss, but everything we kind of said we had to be accountable for and responsible for. It was our own opinions and our own reactions, and it was pretty real as it could be.
It's a really good springboard because you've done a lot of things after that, haven't you?
I've been fortunate, yeah. I've managed to kind of, you know, I had many years on TOWIE, but I've also managed to take part in lots of other shows and learn new skills and challenges and stuff. But I kind of really, more than anything, TOWIE's given me the opportunity to really put together a fantastic kind of wedding band, party band, function band. You know, we're doing gigs all up and down the country in Spain, and we're performing at people's weddings.
What's your band called?
The Arge Band.
The Arge Band, yeah. I should have guessed that.
The Arge Band.
So
I'm very proud of it. I'm the lead singer of the Arge Band, and yeah, I'm very proud of it.
A little bit of something that you might sing? Can you sing a little bit?
Not at the moment, no. But if you want to get the band back on to do a special performance,
I would love to.
we would absolutely.
I wish we've got a little bit of music.
We'd absolutely love to, because the thing is now, like, you know, I had great times on television and TOWIE, and I'm still in and out. I've got quite a few things coming up, but, you know, if people say to me now, you know, what do you do? What's your profession? The first thing I'll say now, you know, I won't say reality TV star or TV personality. I'll say I'm a wedding singer.
You're a wedding singer.
Yeah, and I'm proud of that.
But throughout your career, we have seen you battle with your weight. That's been a big thing. In fact, I wrote a piece in the Daily Mail about people, if you're fat, it's your own fault.
Okay.
I know there's obviously a few people who there might be something wrong with them where they put on weight, but that's a very, very small portion. So for you, what was it about, you know, the fact that you kept losing weight and putting on weight, and why were you sort of drawn to that kind of behaviour pattern?
Yeah, I mean, I had a bad relationship with food and even exercise. I kind of would either do no exercise at all and binge eat and overeat. Whether that was for like comfort or whether that was to act out on food and feelings and stuff, or I would kind of starve myself and train 3 times a day. So I never had a healthy balance with exercise or food. So I'd forever yo-yoing. I was either morbidly obese, or I'd be, you know, for a year, and then I'd be really slim for the other year. Then I'd go back up and down. It was kind of, I was constantly yo-yoing, and I decided about 2 years ago now to get gastric sleeve surgery, which has really helped me with portion control. And then, you know, ever since then I haven't looked back, and now I've got a healthy relationship not only with food but also with exercise, and I'm in a good place, in a good position.
Well, you look very good.
Thank you. I feel good.
You do look good, but it must have been, you know, because I always wonder how people, when you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you must get more and more depressed. What was it that was triggering you to carry on eating in the way that we were, knowing what it was doing to you? Yeah,
I think I definitely had some underlying issues. I kind of struggled, I suppose, loneliness and boredom, and I kind of didn't really have a very good routine and structure, and I definitely used food to act out, you know, when I wanted comforting or on feelings, and lockdown for me wasn't easy. I remember, you know, some people really got into their exercise and they'd be doing at-home workouts, or other people really quite struggled, and I think, I was one of those who struggled.
Some people went from fit to fat, others went from fat to fit.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I sat in there. I just sort of, I kind of slightly enjoyed the lockdowns at the beginning. At the beginning it was fine, because with that lovely weather and everything, but then it got a bit much, and then it was time to stop. Really, it was. So I also know that obviously you've had to kick drug addiction as well. I mean, that must have been a tough time for you. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I battled. I battled with that for a number of years. But I got through it, and I'm doing all right. I'm doing well. I'm clean and sober. I have been for a long time now. And I'm in a good place. Yeah,
because you do look well. And I know that you said that you've got this, you're a wedding singer now, and that is something that you obviously started doing, and you clearly love doing it. So the things that you've achieved, has your reality exceeded your dreams? So in your head, did you think you'd be here?
I mean, when I first started TOWIE, I just thought, I wonder if I'd be able to get a few gigs off the back of it, I wonder if I'll be able to save up and, you know, get myself a, you know, my own property or something like that, or be able to get my own apartment and pay the rent and stuff. So yeah, I suppose, yeah, I have exceeded expectations. I'm proud of what I've achieved, and yeah.
And do you have a supportive family around you as well?
Yeah, I've got a fantastic family. I've just recently took my mum away on holiday, so me and her had a mum and son bonding holiday trip together, which meant the world to her, and that was really, really special. You know, once you get in a good place and get better, it's nice that you can kind of do these things and make these moments and have memories to cherish, because I wouldn't be able to do these things if I was in a bad place.
If you had one bit of advice to give somebody who's sort of maybe yo-yoing with their diet and going through kind of similar things like addiction and dealing with that, what would you say to them?
I think you come to a point where you're going to need to ask for help. Sometimes friends and family, they want to step in and they want to try and help you and, you know, and tell you what to do, but you've got to really, really want to do it yourself. And I just think that, you know, it is like, you know, there's been other, like, whoever it is, there's people out there that, you know, can inspire you, and, you know, not all stories have to end in like tragedy and you know, and stuff. Like, there are some people can really turn things around, and, you know, it's not all.
So who is your inspiration then? You said some people inspire you. If you could mention somebody who inspires you?
I feel like in terms of maybe like weight loss, I think before I started my weight loss journey, I was heavily inspired by like Tyson Fury.
Really?
Yeah, because Tyson, he's a friend of mine. I haven't seen him for a while, but I really like Tyson. You know, he's someone who struggled with weight, with drink and stuff like that, and he managed to turn his life around and, you know, go on to become a two-time world champion boxer. So that's, to me, is like the ultimate comeback story, and that kind of inspired me amongst many others. So I definitely say Tyson Fury.
Well, let's have a word with him. Get him on this show. I'd love to speak to him as well. So what's next for you then? Where can we see you? Where can people pay for you to become a wedding singer there?
Absolutely. If anyone wants a wedding band, function band, any events, birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, you name it, we do it. We'll be there we'll get the party started. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I have got a few new shows coming out this year that I'm excited about.
Can you say what they are?
I can't say, but there's a couple. One on Channel 4.
Okay.
One
Don't take any clothes off or anything, are you?
One on Channel 4, one on E4. They'll be coming out this year, so I'm quite proud of those.
Well, listen, I've got to
Watch this space.
Watch this space, and don't forget, if you're looking for a wedding singer, he's your man.
I'm the man.
It's such a pleasure to see you. It's really good to see you looking so well.
Thanks for having me.
Keep doing what you're doing, because it's obviously working for you, and we appreciate you coming in.
Cheers.
That is the fabulous James Argent. He's a television star.